Atlantic Canada is under the grip of a powerful storm system today, and this St. Patrick's Day is anything but lucky for the region. Right now, residents are facing damaging winds, heavy rain, and dangerous flash freeze conditions, creating a highly volatile environment across Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland and Labrador. Wind gusts along the Labrador coast are expected to reach 110 kilometers per hour, one of the strongest wind events of the season, while rainfall and rapidly melting snow combine to create flooding threats in low-lying areas. Orange and yellow warnings are scattered across the provinces, with more than 75 active weather alerts as of this morning, underscoring the widespread nature of this event. This is not just a storm to watch, it's a system with multiple hazards unfolding simultaneously, and understanding where the greatest risks lie is crucial for everyone in Atlantic Canada. The storm is driven by an intense low-pressure system tracking northeast, pulling warm, moist air from the south into the region. This combination of heat and moisture accelerates snowmelt across the provinces, overwhelming frozen ground and creating rapid runoff. Roads are quickly becoming flooded, streams and creeks are rising, and low-lying neighborhoods are at immediate risk. Nova Scotia is particularly hard hit this morning, with wind warnings in effect across the entire mainland, including Halifax, Metro, Truro, Kentville, Bridgewater, Shelburne, and Yarmouth. Southerly winds are gusting up to 90 kilometers per hour, locally reaching near 100 in the Cape Breton Highlands. The Trans-Canada Highway through the Copquid Pass will be extremely challenging to drive, with high-profile vehicles, trucks, and trailers vulnerable to the force of these winds. Utility outages are likely throughout the day, and residents are urged to ensure mobile devices are fully charged and contingency plans are ready. In Halifax, dual warnings for wind and rainfall are in effect, with rainfall totals expected between 20 and 30 millimeters and locally higher amounts possible. Storm drains and gutters must be kept clear, as localized flooding is a serious concern, and southern coastal counties, including Lunenburg, Queens, Shelburne, and Yarmouth, are under the same dual warnings. The northern tip of Innis County presents the most significant hazard in Nova Scotia, with an orange warning in effect for less sled winds, powerful downslope gusts funneling through Cape Breton's highlands. Communities from Margaree Harbour north to Bay Street Lawrence are particularly vulnerable, facing southeasterly gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour through midday. Cape Breton County, Victoria County, Richmond County, and Sydney Metro are all under high-impact wind warnings, and residents should secure loose objects and prepare for disruptions through the afternoon and evening. New Brunswick is also experiencing severe impacts, with 11 active warnings across the province. Southern New Brunswick has been hardest hit, particularly St. John and surrounding areas, which are under dual wind and rainfall warnings. Gusts reaching 70 to 90 kilometers per hour are expected, with rainfall totals between 15 and 25 millimeters and higher localized amounts possible. Rapid runoff remains a major concern due to frozen ground, and residents are advised to stay away from rivers, creeks, and culverts throughout the day. Thunder showers are possible, delivering intense, brief bursts of rain, while Monton and southeast New Brunswick are mainly experiencing strong winds across elevated terrain. Conditions should begin to ease by mid-afternoon as the system moves northeast toward Newfoundland. Newfoundland and Labrador faces perhaps the most complex hazards of the entire system. With 33 active warnings, the region is grappling with both extreme rainfall and dangerously high winds. The southwest, including Channel Port Oxbus, is seeing rainfall between 35 and 65 millimeters, accompanied by strong winds funneling through Wreckhouse, one of Canada's most notorious wind corridors. Corner Brook and nearby areas are under rainfall warnings with 20 to 40 millimeters expected, and higher totals over the long-range mountains. Rapid snowmelt at higher elevations is compounding the risk of localized flooding, especially near drainage corridors. Orange warnings are in effect for Kenegra, Burgeo, and Ramia, with Environment Canada forecasting 50 to 100 millimeters of rain on still frozen ground. A dangerous combination that can quickly render roads impassable. Residents are strongly advised to avoid flooded areas entirely. The Northern Peninsula and Labrador present a different threat profile, shifting from rainfall and wind to flash freeze hazards tonight. Port Saunders and surrounding areas are under yellow wind warnings, with gusts reaching 80 to 100 kilometers per hour this evening. In Labrador, locations including Churchill Falls, Eagle River, Wrigley, and Upper Lake Melville face a dangerous combination of wind and flash freeze conditions. Temperatures are expected to drop from the high single digits above zero to well below freezing in just a few hours, creating icy roads and walkways with virtually no warning. Southwesterly gusts along the Labrador coast may reach 100 to 110 kilometers per hour, making travel extremely hazardous. utility outages are likely, and residents must secure property and plan to be off the roads before temperatures fall. The Norman Bay to Lodge Bay area and Cartwright to Black Tickle are under complex weather advisories, including snow transitioning to ice pellets, then freezing rain, then rain as temperatures briefly rise above 10 degrees C this afternoon. Rapid snowmelt will be followed by sharp overnight cooling, producing treacherous surfaces through the night. Hopedale and Postville-Mackavick are also contending with blowing snow, on top of flash freeze warnings, further complicating travel and safety. Maine is under similar yellow winter storm and wind warnings, indicating that the impacts of this system extend beyond Atlantic Canada and into neighboring regions. Looking ahead, conditions across Nova Scotia and New Brunswick should gradually improve this afternoon and evening, though roads may remain wet or ponded into tonight. Cape Breton will experience peak wind events into the evening, while western Newfoundland, particularly Kenegra and Channel Port Oxbus, will see persistent rainfall through Wednesday morning, keeping flooding risk high. Labrador's most dangerous period is tonight, as the flash freeze develops, making late travel extremely risky. By Wednesday, the system is expected to exit northeast, bringing relief to most areas, though icy surfaces from the flash freeze will linger into the morning. The key messages for residents of Atlantic Canada are straightforward but vital. Gusts up to 110 kilometers per hour are possible, and all loose objects should be secured. Heavy rainfall on frozen ground increases the risk of flooding. Do not drive through flooded roadways under any circumstances. In Labrador, plan your evening around the flash freeze after dark, as conditions will become extremely hazardous. Stay informed by checking Environment Canada alerts and using trusted sources like the Weather Network app. This is a developing situation with multiple hazards unfolding simultaneously, and preparation is the best defense. Look out for neighbors, particularly in high-impact orange warning zones, and take every precaution necessary. This storm is proving that Mother Nature's forces can be swift, powerful, and unpredictable, and Atlantic Canada will feel the full impact through today and into Wednesday morning. Stay safe, stay alert, and respect the power of the elements.